Okay, behind enemy lines tour, prepping for the shit hits the fan or Hillary. We've got Champion
Okay, this is a
generator.
Champion dual power generator. Works on propane or gasoline. It has an electric start, and I have a battery tender keeping the battery charged. Or in case the battery doesn't work, you still have a recoil starter. It generates initial surge 9,500 watts, and it runs at 7,500 watts, which means you can power most of your lighting, your TV, but not your air conditioning units and so on. So this is hooked up to a transfer box outside.
Okay,
It's a manual transfer box, and the manual transfer box means that when the power goes out, you wheel the generator out, and I have a 25-foot 30-amp cord plugs into the generator and plugs into the transfer box. The transfer box is 10 circuits, and it goes to the main electric panel box, and that therefore you can have you don't have to have extension cords running around.
so it's dual fuel. It runs off of these propane tanks.
The same thing as you would do in your barbecue. The same propane.
And each tank lasts for how long?
Well, these are small tanks. I would say both of these tanks combined would run about maybe 9 hours. So they do have, you basically should get a big tank, but because I have a bad back, I can't really lift anything too heavy. So these 20-pound tanks or these 15-pound tanks are the smallest.
All right, cool. Let's go outside and take a look at your transfer box. All right.
Okay, this is the 10-circuit transfer box. So the 25-foot 30-amp cord plugs into here and into the generator when I wheel the generator outside. And so all I have to do is throw these switches, and I have lights and power in the house going through the panel. So there's no extension cords or anything. Now, this is a 10-circuit. They have bigger transfer boxes, automatic transfer boxes, but they cost an arm and a leg, or a leg and an arm.
All right, and you got some metering on there. I see those 2 meters.
Yeah, that tells you, the meters tell you how much you're using.
All right.
So anyway, that's the whole thing. And basically, you can get a generator and hook it up to your natural gas line if you want, instead of propane. However, yeah, they have to modify the generator a little bit, which is no big deal. But the fact is, if you have an earthquake or something, the gas is the natural gas line. You have to shut off your natural gas. So you know that's why propane is the best. And I'd love to have a big propane tank, but I don't have a yard. The code says stuff has to be 5 feet away from my house, and
your backyard's not big enough, but you do have an orange tree back there. I'll shoot that. All right.
Okay, very good.
All right, so here's the orange tree I was telling you about, a semi-dwarf orange tree in the backyard next to the creek. So really great. It's about 100 oranges a year. So there's one, there's another one you can kind of see, and there's the creek back there, which is neat to get my folks a Sawyer water filter. And there's my dad, the prepper, with
this
his...
is a filter which is still sealed. I haven't put it on yet.
All right.
So in case we're attacked by a bunch of giant something-or-others, or a gas attack, it's a German gas mask. Anyway.
Okay, you're a Jewish guy with a German gas mask.
Correct.
All right. All right, this is Hawaii Volcano Squad. This is my last video from behind enemy lines because I can't top that. See you back in Hawaii.